Start our Surrealism Collage. You have taken the intangibles and the tangibles and the 5 most important things out of your lyrics, and now we are about to put them into a final piece of artwork. So what you start with is an 11 by 8.5 inch artboard. We want to make sure to give it a name, so we're going to type in Surrealism Collage. So 11 by 8.5, 300 CMYK. And this can look kind of daunting because it's just a white artboard, so it's kind of confusing, like where do I begin? I would honestly start from the back moving forward. So think about your background, think about your foreground, think about your middle ground. It's just like the stage if you were an actor or actress. So if you want to take an image and you just want it to edit it just by itself, you can pick it up and put it right onto the artboard and then stretch it and get it to the position that you want. You can take a layer mask and you can take out parts of the image if you want to. You can take the selection tool and hit delete and take out part of the section. You can click on part of the background and you can copy and paste it so you have multiple copies. For this one, let's go ahead and make a layer mask, and then I'm going to use my black paintbrush and just take this away. Now I have my brush on 37%, so it's actually still revealing some of the ground. So let's go ahead and actually increase that to 100. Okay. All right, and then I can come in here to my objects. Now I want to go ahead and isolate this hand by itself, and I'm not going to drop it over and place it into the artboard. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double click this time and open it up into a separate tab or document window, and then go ahead and use my selection tool. And this is where you start practicing all those skills that you've learned. You know how to use clip masking now, you know how to use layer masks, you specifically know how to use your selection tools from all the different projects that we've done. Okay, once you have that selection of an object, you can go ahead and pick it up and drop it over, transform it. I don't want the arm to look like it's cut off, so I'm going to actually bring it up and place it. Okay, and then I would just start building. This is trial and error, so you could try something and it could completely not work for you. It's just a matter of being patient and trying new things, using some of the selection tools that are the marquee tools, using the polygonal tool or the magnetic tool. You can try using your quick selection tool. Again, you can use the layer masks, which we've practiced in class. The only thing we haven't talked about are these blend modes, which you can also experiment with. And as I'm walking around helping you, I can kind of guide you and show you some of these features. It affects the layer that you have selected. Okay, and just keep in mind those surrealism techniques, you know, juxtaposition, natural law, scale. This is not meant to look realistic. This is meant to look like a dream. We're trying to envision a surrealism version of the lyrics that you have chosen. And a lot of times music videos are a perfect example of a surrealism version of the lyrics that we listen to in songs. Somebody in video production had to come up with a surreal way to represent the words. So think about it that way, and just try and experiment, rotate objects, make things look like they don't belong together, but they do in an environment, and just have fun with it. To get full credit, you need to have a completed artboard. It needs to be covered, all 11 by 8.5 inches, and you need to have your images. You may change out some of these images. So as you're working, you might find that, hey, you know what? I don't like that image anymore. I don't want to use that. That's okay. You don't have to. But you do have to have a completed full artboard to get full credit.